We begin tonight with something very unique to this great country of ours. I think the greatest country God gave man, and that is the United States of America. And it's called freedom of speech. In China, Iran, many countries around the world, you can be killed or tortured if you express yourself honestly. Even democracies in Europe and Canada, they impose fines and jail time to those who voice or dare to voice opposition or opinions to their government, anything deemed offensive or unpopular. Now, leftists across the globe, they hate free speech. They always have, they always will. They believe that their own feelings are more important than your freedom. And sadly, the same is true of most Democrats right here in the U.S. But thankfully, because of our great Constitution, their authority is limited. Still, as the self-anointed gatekeepers of information, they have worked tirelessly to coordinate with big tech, the media mob, to hide opposing viewpoints from you, the American people. And for years, Twitter was probably the worst offender of this left-wing censorship campaign, as scores of, purple-haired moderators from San Francisco were cracking down on tweets that hurt their precious little feelings and went against their precious political beliefs. Now, of course, we all remember the very true New York Post Hunter Biden laptop story that Twitter censored in the weeks prior to the 2020 presidential election. Even the conservative satirical website, the Babylon Bee, was banned from the platform because of a joke about a Biden official. Liberals also, they're largely humorless and they get offended quite easily. But tonight, Twitter's war on free expression is now officially over, as billionaire Elon Musk wrote a very large check and purchased the tech giant. He fired the moderators. He's vowing to turn the platform into a town square where people on all sides of the political spectrum can actually utter and share and express their opinions and ideas and ideals freely. As Elon Musk put it, quote, "Twitter has failed in trust and safety for a very long time and has interfered in elections." Now, Twitter 2.0 will be far more effective, transparent, and even-handed. Now, today, he also urged Americans to cancel culture. Needless to say, Democrats, they're seething with rage. How dare we cancel culture? Take a look.
Republicans say that Democrats are picking on Elon Musk. What's your reaction to that?
Elon Musk is doing just fine.
But do you think that users have a right to freedom of speech, even if what they're saying is wrong or offensive?
I think that one human being should not decide how millions of people communicate with each other. And it doesn't make any difference who that human being is. One human being should not be able to go into a dark room by himself and decide, oh, that person gets heard from, that person doesn't. That's not how it should work.
By the way, keep in mind it was Elizabeth Warren had no problem when the site was unilaterally blocking Republicans, censoring what was likely an election-changing story about the Biden family syndicate. And by the way, I'm not exactly sure that a person that faked her race for decades and pretended to be a Native American for financial gain should really be lecturing anybody about the integrity of content moderation. But it's not only Elizabeth Warren. Even the White House is pledging to keep a close eye on Elon Musk and Twitter and monitor their activities. A close eye. What does that mean, really? Is that a threat? Either way, apparently it is news to the White House press secretary, who is incapable, unable, unwilling to answer basic questions from our very own Peter Doocy. Take a look.
When are you guys going to delete the White House Twitter account?
Why would we do that?
Well, you're saying that you're keeping an eye on Twitter because it might not be a suitable platform, so why use it?
Look, I don't have anything to share on any policy or any changes that we will be making. We have multiple platforms, as you know, that we utilize to communicate with the American people.
When you say that you're going to be monitoring some of the speech on there, if you see something that you don't like, would you try to shut Twitter down?
So look, when you talk about monitoring, it is, I hate to break it to you, Peter, just like everybody else, we very much monitor the news. We pay close attention to everything that you all are reporting.
Actually, it's clear she's not monitoring the news that closely. Liberals have been loudly complaining about Elon Musk for weeks. Many, ironically, have been complaining about him on Twitter. Now, the chorus of complaints is so deafening that many Democrats, they're now calling for Apple and Google to remove Twitter from their app store, even though Apple CEO Tim Cook reiterated apparently earlier today that that's not going to happen with Apple, likely afraid that Musk will produce an alternative phone company. Now, the petulant little tyrants in Western Europe, they're also threatening to block Twitter if Elon Musk refuses to agree to their censorship demands. So is freedom really that scary to the left? Think about this. Nobody forces you to go on Twitter. Nobody forces you to read Twitter. Nobody forces you to have an account on Twitter. Nobody can force you to do anything with Twitter, ever. And that brings us back to the Hunter Biden laptop story, the one that was censored in the weeks before the 2020 presidential election. Now, Twitter's ex-safety chief claims that their suppression of that New York Post article was a mistake. Why didn't he say it at the time? Of course, it wasn't a mistake, was it? Now, Twitter didn't know if the report was true or fake, and they didn't care. They, like other big social media giants, they wanted Trump to lose the election. They wanted Biden to win. So they censored the story, and the rest is now history. Mission accomplished. The left doesn't care about the truth. They only care about the narrative and their power. Sunlight was always the best disinfectant, and that is precisely why they're so angry at Elon Musk. How dare he say it's going to be a free and open forum? Anyway, the White House can go ahead and keep their close eye on Elon Musk, but it won't matter because he is about to expose those Democrats for the left-wing freedom-hating tyrants that they really are. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.